If you constantly eat bad food, you're going to always feel bloated, groggy, tired. You're going to look at yourself and second guess yourself. And let me tell you, women on here, I don't ever want you second guessing yourself. And if you ever second guessed yourself before, subscribe to the channel, because I'm about to change your life. I used to second guess myself all the time, and it's because I just didn't take care of myself. Well, I just didn't put effort into myself. And it's not just in your looks. It's how you think, how you treat your body, how you take care of yourself. And trust me, not every day you're going to wake up with the energy to want to do those things. But you got to remember who you are. You are a queen. No man needs to tell you that, babe. No man needs to tell you that. But let a sister tell you that right now. You are a queen. You are not second to another woman. I am not above you. I am with you. I am on this journey with you. I want to see you win. I had to change my own life to be able to pour into everybody else. And that started with me taking care of myself. You may feel in a slump. You may feel tired. You may feel like it's impossible. But I'm going to tell you right now, it starts in your mindset, because a lot of the things that maybe people mention, you're going to be like, oh, that's impossible for me. No, it's impossible because you let your mindset think it's impossible. But you have to shift your mindset because of your identities, your past traumas, your limiting beliefs that have been holding you captive for so long that that's the only thing you believe. You've seen your reflection for so long that you think that's the only thing that you can be. And it's not. You can be more. You can discover yourself, rediscover yourself. You can start to implement new behaviors. Who is your higher self, and what does she look like? What does she do daily, baby? How does she eat? How does she move? How does she carry herself? How does she think? Because it's not impossible. It is not. And I'm going to be your big sister to tell you that. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. If you are new here, I am Shenice, and on this channel, we focus on reinventing yourself, becoming your happiest, hottest, and healthiest version before the end of the year. I am giving you all the tools and making sure that I fill your cup. I just love pouring into you. Today, we are going to be talking about essential life-changing tips that are going to help you towards your dream body, whether it's in weight loss, building muscle, or overall health. You are going to be working on becoming our healthiest, happiest, hottest self, and here are the tips that help me. Tip number 1 is going to be your breakfast timing. Now, you do not need to eat a whole breakfast first thing in the morning. And what I mean by that is eating straight away as you wake up. Personally, for me, when I wake up is a time to move slow with my body, whether it's with gratitude and praying, but also starting with some stretches. And I always do fasted cardio every single morning on an empty stomach. That way I can burn that stubborn excess fat, which helps me not gain weight. I get a lot of things done in that 45 minutes when I can respond to clients, check my emails, and just kill a lot of that time while I'm still working on myself. And during this time, I'm drinking lemon water with glutamine. Filling up your water bottle first thing in the morning before you even start to eat or reach for coffee, which we're going to talk about next. I'll link the glutamine that I use in the description. This is what I use every single morning. Ensure that you're, especially after a date night, so that my gut health can just go back to being leveled. My immune system can be leveled and balanced, because sometimes you can wake up really constipated, bloated, and honestly, glutamine really helps with your immune system, and it plays a huge role with just what's going on, and it can just help with digestion in the morning and prepare you for your actual breakfast. I then eat my breakfast after my cardio. Not every person is going to be able to stomach whole foods in the morning. I know I can't. You want to make sure that you prioritize drinking water and staying hydrated, especially when you're coming right out of bed. you are coming from a fasted state. The first thing you put in your body is just as important as the last thing you put into your body. Remember that. The first thing that you put into your body is just as important as the last thing you put into your body before you went to bed. Because as you're sleeping, that is when the body has time to process what you've done in the day, what you've eaten during the day, what you drank throughout the day, how you took care of yourself throughout the day. We're like aging in our sleep, babe. You do not want to be having sugars before bed, and you do not want to be having sugar first thing in the morning. I also don't have carbs first thing in the morning when I wake up, because certain carbs can spike your insulin level, which is again going to throw your body off, along with caffeine, which leads to number 2, your coffee consumption. Just like your breakfast, coffee is not necessary for your first thing to touch in the morning. I would say, and what research has shown, is you should have your coffee after 1 hour of waking up, so you're not spiking your hormones, your insulin levels, stress levels. Some people actually get more anxiety, more stress load based on drinking their coffee first thing in the morning. I can relate when I say I grew up watching my mom have coffee first thing in the morning, and sometimes we believe that we have to incorporate the same lifestyle that we grew up with, but it's all about breaking the cycle and again, finding what works with you and for you, right? If you know that you are reliant on coffee to feel awake, then you're doing life completely wrong, because chances are your hormones are imbalanced because of the food that you eat, how much coffee that you're drinking, the lack of water in your body, and the vitamins, right? If you only rely on coffee that's actually dehydrating your body, then you're going to actually have way more hormonal imbalances. It's actually going to affect your heart rhythm as well, because too much caffeine is not good for you. First thing in the morning, you need to center yourself with some water. Water, glutamine, lemon, just some water. And right after my cardio is usually when I'll have a balanced breakfast. And that is when I will add the coffee in to enjoy in the morning. And if you don't have time and you have to rush off to work, you can still get up a little bit earlier to do your cardio, prepare a breakfast that maybe you can eat at work, or just get up an hour to 2 hours, an hour and a half earlier before you know you have to get ready for work, which requires you to go to bed earlier. A lot of you guys are staying up late scrolling, or you wake up frantic scrolling, and your whole morning and night routine is quite off. If you don't have a routine that is structured for you to be successful within your goals, really just don't expect a different reality. Because if you keep doing the same routine every day and you have not gotten any good results, you don't feel good about yourself, you wake up tired even though you have coffee, in the middle of the day you plateau, you're exhausted, you're frustrated, you go home, you binge eat, or you just go and buy takeout because you're too exhausted, you're mentally fatigued. I mean, we got to change that, right? We got to make sure that we're putting food and nutrients into our body and doing it better than what we were told or what we saw. We need to break the cycle and break those habits, because we need to find what works for you. And if it's not working, it hasn't been working, we got to change it. Number 3 is going to be your meal timings. I do have a structured meal time. So from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. is usually when I'm consuming about 5 to 6 meals. 5 of them are whole foods, and 1 of them is going to be a protein shake. But usually if my day is really busy, you can even have 4 meals, making sure that you have enough protein in all of your meals or majority of your meals, making sure that you're portioning out your carbs and your fats, because those add up. You know, what I find is most people are behind on their protein consumption, and they indulge more in the fats and carbs. It's all about balance. It's all about portion sizes. It's all about sticking to structure and routine, and pay attention to your lifestyle. Look in the mirror. Do you actually have a routine? Do you have a meal schedule? Do you stick to any schedule? Because a lot of us are just winging it through life. You have no structure. You have goals, but you have no structure towards getting to the goal. You wake up, you answer your calls, you're a yes man, you go running through the door, and you had no boundaries to start with that. Like, does this align with who I'm trying to become? we need to pay attention. Like literally, we need to pay attention to, are we setting ourselves up for success? Are we actually planning and preparing out our meals? And if you don't like to cook, there are solutions. You can find a meal prep service in your community. You can support those local businesses. So you need to set yourself up. I know so often I hear people saying, oh, I just don't have time. Babe, if you have time to be scrolling on your phone, if you have time to be scrolling on your phone, then it's so unfortunate that you're paying attention to everybody else's life and putting your own life on the back burner. Like, why? I've been there and I had to wake myself up. Like, if you, girl, Shanice, honey, if you want to be that girl who is confident, who walks into every room like, I'm feeling myself, no matter what shape, size, there's no perfect body size. It's just a feeling from within that we're chasing, honey. And that's just knowing that you're putting effort into yourself, because effort is sexy, especially when you see that other people are putting that into you. Like, your man is putting effort into you. Why are you not putting effort into yourself? Why are you focused on Instagram when you should be focused on you? What's in your household? Pour into yourself, okay? Get focused on the structure of what you need to get up and set yourself up for success. Which leads to number 4, meal planning. A lot of people, this one goes out the window because I get it. You don't know what to eat. I'm going to be showing you in many other videos in this series how to make chicken many different ways, how to make salmon many different ways, how to have rice many different ways. And you know, so you don't wait for those videos, Google is your best friend, because a lot of the times we just stop researching. We stop looking for those recipes that are like quick, easy, simple recipes for somebody on a weight loss. And you can find it. I really like to go on the tasty.com for all of their recipe, to find my research, to find the recipes that don't make me gain additional weight. But I also enjoy cooking that for me and my man, because look, I'm trying to have a man to survive and take care of me and be that stronghold in the household. I need to make sure I'm feeding him. Okay, I have a man that does not cook, or does not, you know, he knows how to cook the basics. That's not good enough. So of course I have to show him and teach him and love on him by making sure he's nourishing his body as well. If you're in a relationship, take care of each other. And if you're looking for a relationship, start preparing. I don't have any kids, but based on my own experience of my mom and me, well, I came out of the womb with my own expectations to tell my mom what I wanted to eat. It should have been the other way around. Based on what my mom knew at the time, she doesn't know. I'm definitely the one that broke the cycle, because when I'm ready for children, I know that I'm going to have to make sure I'm really firm with what I expose my kids to and my decisions of what is in the house, because it starts with you as a parent. It starts with what you expose your children to and breaking the cycle. I grew up on cereals. I loved Fruit Loops. You know, my mom would tell me no, I would tell her yes. And of course the war would start. And that is just what we are as kids. We're just like, no, I want this. I want Fruit Loops. I want Fruit Roll-Ups. Dunkaroos, girl. I had liked anything with sugar. I think I had like 8 cavities. And now I don't even eat a lot of sugar, but I know my portions, and I know balance. So it's honestly worth understanding how to have balance. If you are struggling and you need some further help, fill out the link in my description and you can hop on a call with me. I train clients worldwide, not just on providing you with a physical transformation, but also that 360, your mindset, your habits, and your nutrition. Number 5 is going to be your home cooking, babe. You need to start cooking your meals at home. Like literally start cooking majority of your meals at home. That's a game changer. Look, I know a lot of people like to go to restaurants and order Caesar salads. Honey, I don't order salads when I go out. I'm the coach that's ordering dessert first, and then I want a cheese bread, a cheese toast. And trust me, I don't do a bunch of workouts. I don't do a bunch of cardio. I work out for 1 hour or less, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys all the tips. Trust me, I'm going to put you on everything that has worked for me to maintain my shape and what works for my clients. I'll drop reviews so that you guys know I'm not kidding you. Listen, you need to cook most of your food from home and quality food. I eat a lot of whole foods. I don't eat a lot of processed, pre-made foods either. If you need food that's already cooked and prepared, order from a food service that is organic, healthy, that they're cooking your meal with quality foods and quality ingredients. Nowadays, look, they're trying to kill off the society and they're putting so much crap into our foods. What about your kids? They can't even learn because, you know, the food is so highly processed that there's so many chemicals that our body can't break down. Why do you think we get bloated, we get tired, we get groggy, we start packing on weight out of nowhere? Because there's so much chemicals in our food. It's so important that you are cooking majority of your food at home. Why? Because when you go to the restaurants and you're ordering a Caesar salad, babe, most amount of calories are in the dressing. It's just in the dressing. You're going to have to ask for the dressing on the side. When I go out and I'm getting like bowls or anything, I like to eat, honey, I get my sauces on the side. I get the butter on the side. You guys are asking for extra butter. Babe, if you didn't work out and do your cardio today, no butter. No cream sauce. No. Start saying no until you get your dream body. And your dream body is possible within 3 months. Yes. I mean, of course, if you have excess weight, then it will take maybe 6 months. But it honestly comes down to your efforts and your lifestyle change and the belief in you if you think it's possible. Because oftentimes we start something, we stop because the results are not coming in. But usually if you're doing it on your own, it will take a lot longer. It's not impossible. It's just you have to have a whole lifestyle change. Like, you are not on a diet. You are literally trying to implement this to become a sustainable lifestyle routine for your entire life. Number 6 that we can all relate to is identifying our triggers. And a lot of the times, girl, I have a sweet tooth and I had to control my sweet tooth and just become aware of my triggers. And I'm an emotional eater, or I was an emotional eater. I had to become more aware of my self-sabotaging tendencies. We are just emotional beings, and some of us choose to self-soothe through food. And trust me when I say, like, it can play a whole game on your mindset and your immune system, because I just hated feeling bloated. I hated feeling groggy, but in the moment I was just like, I need this. I need to feel better. And we're just looking for that, you know, temporary satisfaction of the cravings. And that's why I had to work on identifying my triggers and working on just overall controlling my emotions, controlling my urges to just want to self-sabotage. It is possible to rework your mind. Remember, your mind sometimes has these habits, these bad habits for so long that have just become ingrained in you, especially if you've grown up like this. But you know what? It's not something that is stuck within you. You can actually change it, and it all becomes a part of you once you've changed your mind. You've changed your habits. You've changed your day-to-day habits. It takes baby steps. It takes baby steps, and it takes awareness, right? Once you become aware and you start paying attention to, oh my gosh, I want to eat this, or I want to binge eat because of this emotion. You're letting your emotions win, and it's just like an addiction. If you don't become self-aware of your emotional states, your triggers, things that set you off, you will allow that to control your life and your outcome. And again, you don't deserve that. You deserve your happiest, healthiest, hottest version of yourself. And obviously, I'm the coach that's going to make sure that I put you on as many tools as possible so you can become aware. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and the post notification bell. Send this video to a girly, and definitely check out the video previous to this one where we are cooking a cookie dough protein bar. So how do I balance still having a lifestyle outside of healthy eating, healthy nutrition? It's going to be number 7, which is a reward system. You guys are over consuming to think that the food is running away from you, but Denny's is always going to be there. Like, these restaurants are always going to be there. Everywhere you go is always going to be there. Unless they were closing their shop, then I would understand why I'm buying a dozen cookies. But I don't understand why you're buying a dozen cookies when the store is going to be there tomorrow, or the store is going to be there 3 months after you have achieved your goal and learned some discipline. That is the mindset. That is the mindset I had to actually implement when I was like, okay, Shen, you actually can't buy this because they're still going to have these muffins in store in a week, and you can just work towards it. So baby, I'm on my fitness. Now, I would say a lot of the times when we don't have structure, we have no boundaries whatsoever, and we just give in to all temptations and urges. I've been there, so I can definitely tell you that I've had to work on this one. What I first did when it came to rewarding myself was I would get my favorite treats and brownies, cakes, anything that is just sugary and buttery. And so I would cut the brownie into 8 squares, put it in the fridge, and eat 1 per day. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna say that's impossible, but look at your mindset right away when I said that, okay? It's now time to change the mindset because it's not impossible. You actually just have to try. And if you fail, try again harder. It's just not giving up, because eventually you will get there. Now, implementing the 80-20 rule is super important, where 80% of the time you are eating clean and 20% of the time you are rewarding yourself. Personally, for me and my clients, I like to tell them to stick to consistent days of eating clean. So eating clean can still mean adding in your healthier dessert that you've made, or you went to a healthier organic store, grocery store that sells like organic baked goods, because they're going to bake them differently. I would prefer to go to Trader Joe's because I love this Trader Joe's in the States. 4 to 5 times out of that week, you're going to be eating consistently your meal. Remember, you can cook your proteins a different way, your shrimp a different way. Today you can make a jambalaya. Tomorrow you can have shrimp, rice, and a nice set of greens. You know what I mean? You can switch it up. Don't just eat the same dry food every single day. You know what I do? I recreate recipes from restaurants. So if I like something, I'm going to create the healthier version of it with less oil, with less salt at home. After that, you've done consistent days of 4 to 5 days consistently. Then I always say, plan a date night, plan a lunch date, plan a date even with yourself where you can go out and sit down with a coffee, have a dessert. I honestly love at the end of my week going to a coffee shop to edit my videos or talk with clients while enjoying. I had a hot fudge brownie the other day. It was delicious. I ate it so slow, and man, that was on my tongue for a while. Just looking forward to eating what is not in your house, because there's so many times that we just say it's not possible. You can set up a reward system and you can eat clean for 4 to 5. You may get tired. Just try it. Try just baby steps, right? Try doing 2 days where you eat at home, right? You guys are spending money. I can't even believe half the TikToks that are like, I'm broke. You guys keep buying your drinks outside, your food outside, and coming back like I'm broke. If you just cut back on all the takeout, all the sugary beverages and the useless spending, and just put that into your groceries and just multiply that into actual meals that can fuel you and make you feel good, you would be complaining less about being broke, because you would be saving actually more money by eating inside and maybe planning 1 to 2 date nights. You need to put yourself on a structured schedule. I don't know why I changed my voice, but you need to put yourself on a structured schedule so that, you know, you're just not out and about like, yes, I can eat. No, coach, actually just call me Sergeant Shen, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. Sergeant Shen has said I need to be more disciplined. And if my friend calls me up and goes, do you want to go for a Starbucks? Do you want to go for this? Do you want to go? No, it doesn't. It's not on my calendar. It's not on my schedule. But can we go on Friday? Can we go Sunday morning for brunch? Y'all, I know Sunday morning brunch looks like waffles, pancakes, some type of protein like greasy bacon, sausages, eggs with syrup and cheese, coffee with cream, and y'all are just like, after that you need a nap. Why do you think you need a nap? Because your body can't break down all of that food. You guys need to also have a probiotic before you go out to eat. we're going to touch on that in later videos. To number 8, your food sensitivities. You need to pay attention to foods that throw you off. Like I said, when you eat outside, you're going to come back home feeling groggy, like you need a nap. Whole day. You guys are wasting your day. Wasting your day, wasting your life. Because of the foods that you eat that make you feel so terrible that you have no energy or power to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, you need to have more nutritional food that is not reacting to your health, your gut health, your immune system. That's again why I say seeing a naturopath where they can do food studies on you and see what works for your body, what doesn't, because actually a lot of us are walking around with intolerances. We're walking around with allergies and sensitivities that we don't even know of. And I know, like, coming from an immigrant parent, she didn't know any of this either, right? I had to do my research in this day and age to make sure that I'm taking care of my body and understanding how it works, especially now that they have way more chemicals than they did 25 or 30 years ago in the food. Like, they're literally trying to kill off the population. And I want you guys to know that if you just don't feel good after certain foods, you need to write that down and pay attention. I don't eat broccoli, kale, or cauliflower, period. If I see that on my food, I'm like, no, I can't eat this because I know I'm going to be gassy or constipated. Like, nothing in the bowel movement is going to move and I'm going to be uncomfortable. I like to be snatched and I hate being gassy. I took out gluten actually from my nutrition plan and I eat gluten-free bread. However, if I'm traveling to Europe, I'll eat the bread. But if I am in America or Canada, I am definitely having a probiotic or a digestive enzyme before I'm eating any bread. So usually when I do go out for dinners, I do like to start off with a cheesy toast. I will always have a digestive enzyme or a probiotic before this meal, like 1 hour to 2 hours before this meal, so my body can digest it, because the body cannot digest dairy and the body cannot digest gluten. It's just what's happening in our society, and everybody's walking around like slump. No, let's break that cycle. Number 9, the quality of ingredients play a role. Like I mentioned, quality over quantity. Quality of food is so important. It's going downhill, you know, like they are just putting so much food chemicals in our food nowadays that, you know, I do shop a lot at community foods, or I do like to go to farmers markets. I do majority of my shopping at Costco because they do provide organic as well, and just more quality dense food in bulk. So I do like that because with the two of us in the house, we do eat a lot of food. Number 10 is going to be homemade treats. And we just made homemade treats and I'm going to take you with me. We made cookie dough protein bars and delicious. You don't even have to add protein powder in here if you don't want to. This is actually a great treat for kids as well, and it doesn't take that long. The recipes that I will be showing you, they don't take that long. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for anything that takes more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes max. Okay, so you need to make homemade treats. If you like sweets, like your coach over here, then you need to make some homemade treats in between your date nights. So when I say that 80-20 rule, this is another factor. Your homemade treats versus processed treats or treats out of a chip bag or cardboard boxes, pre-made cookies that are just not Oreos, you know, just not healthy for you. You need to put them away. Get it out of the house, because if it's in your house, it's just another target that is going to help just deteriorate you from your goal. I like to make organic, healthier treats that still taste delicious. Definitely check out this treat recipe that I have posted. It is not my recipe, but I did recreate it. And as long as you consume a healthy portion size and you don't just kill the whole container, then you should be good. Remember not to overindulge even on healthy treats. Those fats still add up. Those calories still add up. But I just try and have my healthier treats throughout the week. And then on the weekend, again, I'm either going to a coffee shop or a date night and I'm indulging in like anything on the dessert menu. Like a lot of my girlfriends, they'll order their drinks and I'm asking the waiter, like, can I have the dessert menu? And they're looking at me like, you're the most fit. But honey, I don't care. I eat. I don't care. I eat. I shock people, and I will shock you too. I'm going to show you guys. I love to eat. You got definitely a foodie coaching you today. And I just want to show you how to make this lifestyle a lot easier for you so you don't feel out of balance, out of place, and struggling. I don't want you struggling, because why is a woman struggling? Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I love having you here. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and the post notification bell for when I drop the next video. Definitely send this video to one of the girlies so that they can join the community too. And drop your questions down below if you have any.